Monday night is here again, which means it's time to have some fun and put some money toward my retirement. Welcome to Ready, Budget, Game. Welcome back to Ready, Budget, Go. My name is Drew, and on this channel we talk about cash budgeting, saving money, and achieving our financial goals. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. So Monday night means that it's time for games, and I am going to start, as I always do, with Loteria. Excuse me, I'm going to play the regular Loteria this week, so I'm going to set the binder aside for a moment. We'll take out a Loteria card. And I don't know if this is the same card that I played the last time I played this game or not, but I'm just going to use it for this week anyway. I've got the chips here, and if you haven't seen me play this before, or if you're new to the channel, the way that I play Loteria, it's a bingo type game that originates in the Spanish-speaking world or somewhere in Europe. I saw someone comment that it started in Italy, then went to Spain, then to Mexico. So instead of using 5 numbers across, down, and diagonal, it's 4. And instead of numbers, it is pictograms. And so I've got a deck of cards here that have all the pictograms on it. Obviously, there's more cards here than there are pictograms on this card. There will be some that won't be on this card. In fact, that's probably going to be most of them. So the way that I play this is I keep dealing the cards and marking off symbols until I get a Loteria, which is a line of 4 anywhere. And then I save $1 for every chip that I've got down on the card. So I'm going to give these a shuffle, and we'll see how we do this week. Lately, when I've been playing this version, it's been taking quite a few cards, so I'll try to go as quick as I can. And also, my pronunciation is not the best. I've been told that it's decent, which is flattering, but I am not a native Spanish speaker by any means, so forgive me for any mispronunciations. Okay, let's see how we do. So we've got El Musico, and I don't see... Oh, I do see him. He's right here. Okay, that's good. Las Jaras, so that's right next door. La Botella, I don't see that one. El Caso, don't see that. La Sandia, don't see that. La Chalupa, yep, she's right over here. La Calavera, yep. El Pescado, sure, we've got that one. El Soldado, I don't see that one. La Rana, no. El Tambor, no. La Araña, we do have that one. So now El Camarón will give us a Loteria. El Cantarito, I don't see that. La Campana, I don't see that. El Sol, I don't see that. El Venado, no. La Muerte, no. El Arpa, no. El Pajaro, no. Close, but no. La Garza, no. La Escalera, no. La Bandera, no. El Melon, no. El Negrito, no. And there's El Camarón. Okay, so we've got our Loteria. So I'm going to save 4 for the Loteria plus 1, 2, 3 more, or a total of 7 for all the spaces that I have marked off. I'm going to put these in the middle here and give these a quick shuffle. I'm not going to play again, but just to mix them up a little bit for next week. Or probably in 2 weeks. Next week I'll probably play Millennial Loteria. Okay, so I'm going to clear the card off. I'll put the chips to the side, and I'll put the game to the side. We'll take out the binder. And in Loteria, we will put in $7. I've got $100 here next to me to save this week. I use Play Money because this money goes to my Roth IRA, so it goes straight from my checking account to my brokerage. But I want to make sure that I do this at any rate so that I don't accidentally spend that money somewhere else. It's reserved for game night. Okay, so let's go on to 2025, and I'm way behind in coloring this in. I always mean to come back and fill in the circles afterward, and I rarely remember to do that. So I've got a couple here that have not been done. Okay, so I'm going to use the blue marker, and we'll do $20 this week, as we always do. So I'm just going to color in a little bit here, just enough to show the intent, because I'm not the best at coloring, and I will come in and fill that in nicely later so that you don't have to suffer through watching me color. Okay, so $20 goes in. Toward the end of the video, I will do a consolidation, and I will also count all the envelopes, so stay tuned for that at the end after we finish stuffing all the $100. So this goes back in envelope 2. And then envelope 3 is Junior's Restaurants, which is a box challenge that was provided to me by April's Fresh Start and her son Junior. So I am going to go over to that. That's in a separate binder here, and I try to put about $10 into this challenge each week. I'm running out of cards just because I've already done most of the search and saves, but there's still quite a few games in here that I have yet to play. So I'm not going to go through each of them this week just because I've done that a few times in the past. Let me see if I can find the brick here that will hold this down. Nope, not immediately handy, so it'll just have to fly open a little bit. So I'm going to shuffle these up, and let's see how we do this week. Okay, I'm going to pick right here, and this says, order 2 items from the Junior's Diner menu and save the total. Okay, so let's go over to Junior's Diner. This is the search and save for Junior's Diner, but there's also a menu. Okay, and we have to save 2 items, so I think because some of these are higher numbers, I'm just going to pick 2, and I'm going to save the $10 for this week, just in this one challenge. So I'm going to get Hey K Avocado Toast, or Avocado Toast, as I would say. Call them avocados. And Becca's Bagel and Cream Cheese. So 6 plus 4, that'll be $10. I still have more to save on this card, so this one will go back into the pile. This challenge is available as a digital download from April's Etsy shop. If you purchase this challenge, she pays all of the taxes and all the Etsy fees, and her son Junior gets 100% of the revenue, which he uses to save up for things that he likes, or that he wants. So I'm going to put these back. Okay, we'll close up the binder. Go back to the main binder. And into Junior's Restaurants, I will put $10. So the amounts on this aren't terribly big, but it's got so much in it that I've made it last a really long time just doing $10 a week, and I'm pretty impressed with how much it has saved me. Okay, so that's it for the first 3 challenges. Let's go to where the marker is. And the marker is on Sussed. And I forgot to see if I had enough on here, because I usually like to do 2 every week. So let me see. I've got 1 card. There's only 1 left. So let me get out another card, another Sussed card, because we'll complete this one. So Sussed is kind of a would you rather type of challenge. And so there's 3 different options for each question. And I've assigned option A is $2, option B is $3, and option C is $5. So we'll take out another card here. I found this at a thrift store, and it's not one that I would play with my friends, so I've just been marking things off as I go. I don't see my black Sharpie anywhere, so I will use purple. Okay. So it says, which would I rather put in my brain? A calculator, a dictionary, or a sat nav? I think I would rather put in a sat nav. It's not that I'm prone to getting lost, but of the 3, that seems like it would be the most useful. It would be the thing that I use most often, as opposed to a calculator or a dictionary. So I'm going to say option C, which is $5. Okay, and now let's move on to this next card, and let's see what the first question says. Okay, it says, I'd rather find A, a wizard's magic ring, B, an underwater kingdom, or C, a nice dragon. Well, B and C are not going to be of much use to me, but a magic ring, if it truly is magical, could be very useful. So I'm going to say option A, which is $2. So that means we've got $7 going into Sust for this week. This is a game that I found at a thrift store. It's commercially available, but I don't think that it was made in the USA. I think it came from probably Britain, possibly Australia. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so this card goes in. So we'll use this next time, along with the $7. Okay. Oops. Come on, you. Okay, there we go. So envelope 10 was shut the box, but I'm actually going to pull this out, and I'm going to pull all the money out, because I'm going to swap it out for one of my new games, which is Dicefecta. So I'm going to put the dashboard in here. I haven't gone over in too much detail how to play this game, so I will explain it. There is a launch video coming out. If you're watching this on Monday, it will be coming out Tuesday night, because this will be available in my Etsy shop starting Wednesday at midnight Eastern Time. So Dicefecta is a dice-based game, as the name implies, and there are 4 different dice that you can use to play it. So I'm going to bring out the Dicefecta cards. Okay. There's the dashboard, which I just put into the binder. There's a how to play card, and then there are 8 game cards. There are 2 D6, 2 for D8, 2 for D10, and 2 for D12. There's a card A and a card B. So what you do is you decide which one you want to play, and you decide which die you want to play with, and then you decide which card. Or you can play both together, but I usually just play one. So I am digging out the dice right now. I took them out and then I buried them. Okay, found them. So you can order these with the dice or without the dice. They are a physical item. They are printed on high quality glossy stock paper. So you can use these with a wet erase or a dry erase marker. This one is dry erase, and so all the scribbles will wipe right off. So it's meant to be reused over and over and over again. So what you do is you select your die. You can pull one randomly out of the bag, or you can choose it deliberately. And then you roll the die and you mark off the numbers on the cards. Once you've filled one up, then you decide how much you're going to save. So I'm going to do it for the sake of simplicity for this first week. I'm going to do the D6. So I'll pull out the blue D6. And if you buy the dice from me, which is optional, the color of the die will match the denomination or the color of the game card. All right, so we've got the D6. Let me put the rest of them away. And I'll leave the instruction card out here. So I'm going to roll this, and then I'm going to mark off the numbers that appear on the cards. Okay, so we got a 5. So we'll mark off the 5 here and here. 5 again. 5 again. 1, so we'll mark off the 1s. Roll again. 1 again. 4. Okay, so we'll mark off the 4s. And we got a 2. All right. So now we've got a Dicefecta, which is on this card here. So there's 3 ways that you can save. Higher budget, add all the numbers in the completed section. So 1, 2, and 4 would be $7. Medium budget, save $1 for each number marked off on the game card. So we've marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in this case, it's the same. Lower budget, save the amount of the last roll, which would be $2. So I'm going to do this the high budget way, and I'm going to save $7 for the card that I completed. And that'll be it for Dicefecta for this week. Next week, or the next time this game comes around, I will probably do a higher denomination, either the D8 or the D12. The numbers do change, so the D6 and the D8 version, there's 3 numbers on each card. The D10, there's 4, and the D12, there's 4. So that is Dicefecta for the week. Put this back, bring out the binder, and I will put in $7 to start the Dicefecta envelope. Okay, so next up, I've got the 12 Days of Christmas and the 12 face cards. So I'll get set up for those, and we'll do those here in just a sec. Up next, we've got the 12 Days of Christmas. This is a scratch-off savings challenge that I created. It's available in my Etsy shop. It is based off of the famous Christmas carol, The 12 Days of Christmas. The territory of Christmas Island, which is in the Indian Ocean, released a series of postage stamps back in the 1970s featuring each of the 12 days. So I use those as a background, and you'll notice that as the days increase, the number of scratch-offs increase to be the same. So there's 12 on the 12th, there are 5 on the 5th, and so 6 on the 6th, and so on. The first day of Christmas, I've already scratched, so I turned this one over so it's not a spoiler. There are placeholders on the back that range in denomination from $25 for the lowest to $500 at the highest. If you scratch all of the numbers on the savings challenge, it will save you $500. And I will just tell you this much, that the number on the first day of Christmas is not $25. It's just that's the denomination, the lowest denomination that you would come to that you would probably use a placeholder for. So I am going to roll a D12 die, and that will tell us which day we are going to scratch. And we've got the 12. Okay. And so since there's 12 scratch-offs on this one, I'm going to roll this die again, and we'll see which one we scratch. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So down here. So for this week, we are going to save $2. And I'm actually going to go again, because $2 is not much. Get the vacuum out here, clean this up. Okay, so we'll take $2 out. Oops. Roll the D12 again. Card number 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We've only scratched 1 on this one. Let's see. I think I'll roll a D6, and that'll tell me which one to scratch on this one. Number 2. So we'll go right here in the middle. $3. Okay. So low amounts this week, which is fine. Just makes the challenge last that much longer, right? So I'm going to put the 2 back, take out a 5. I'll put these away over here and bring out the binder. Go over to envelope 11 and insert the $5. Okay. Number 12 is the 12 face cards. So that is another scratch-off savings challenge that I created. This one is a 5-sized, and this has all 12 face cards in a standard deck of cards. So each one is a description of who that is supposed to represent, or who it's popularly known as, and then on the back is a description of who that is. So there's 12 of them. They are numbered, but the way, and each one has 12 scratch-offs, but the way that I select which one I'm going to do is I use a deck of playing cards. This is the full deck, and I just shuffle, cut, and deal until I get to a face card, and then that's the one that I'm doing for that trip through the challenge. So we'll give it a quick shuffle here. And a cut, and away we deal. Okay, we've got the King of Spades, and the King of Spades is the Shepherd. So this is King David from the Bible, and we've already scratched 2 on there, so I'm not going to dig out the D10. I will just roll the D12. And we got number 12, so 10, 11, 12, so we'll go right here. And this one's going to be $5, so I am going to make another trip through this one as well. So we'll take out 5. I'm going to roll the D12. No, I'm not going to roll. I'm going to keep dealing. So we've already done the King of Spades. I'm not going to shuffle them again. I'm just going to keep going. Oh, King of Clubs. Okay. So the King of Clubs, and these are in bridge order. So Clubs is the last. King of Clubs is Alexander the Great. We've already scratched 3, but again, I am just going to use the D12. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll go right here. And this is going to be $3. So $8 for this game for this week, or for this challenge. Another 2, and a 1. Okay, so I think I kept these in order. Yep, I did. Okay, perfect. So these will go away, and I'll put the cards back. Those will be ready for next week, and I'll put the $8 into the binder. All right, so that is the end of the binder. So we'll go back to the front. We've already done number 1, 2, and 3, which is Loteria, the 2025, and Junior's Restaurants. So that brings us to Dicetropolis. I'll get out the Dicetropolis cards, and we'll see which one we're going to roll and save this week. So I thought it would be kind of a fun surprise if I gave you a sneak peek of Dicetropolis 2. The launch video will come out on the 27th at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, midnight on the 28th Eastern Time. Dicetropolis 2 is a D4-based series of savings games, whereas the original Dicetropolis is based on D6. So I will have a video explaining how to play all the different games, but I thought it would be fun to just do a couple for game night for this week. This will become a permanent fixture in game night, but I'm not sure when or where. I kind of want to get finished with some of the other challenges and see how things shake out. So for this week, I'll do Dicetropolis 2. For next week, we may go back to the original and switch off like we do with Loteria. Okay, so like the original, these are also printed on glossy stock paper. There are 12 different games, so I'm going to roll a d12, and that'll tell us which one we're going to play. And we're going to do number 11, which is Twin Peaks. Yep, there we are. Okay, so Twin Peaks is a really easy game to learn, but I will just read through the rules and explain it quickly. So it says roll 2 d4 dice. The object is to make a pair or doubles. Each roll costs $1. Continue rolling until you have a pair, then save $1 for each roll. There's also a low budget method where once a pair is made, save the amount shown on either die. Okay, so let me get out 2 dice. It is optional to purchase the dice for me as well. There are several different colors. I don't guarantee anything as far as color choice is concerned. I'm just using the purple ones because they were the ones that I grabbed when I started filming the tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to get out a dry erase marker, and we're going to give the 2 d4 dice a roll. Okay, so we've got a 1 and a 4, so not doubles yet, so I'm going to tally a 1, 3 and a 1, and a 1 and a 1. Okay, so we made our doubles. So the high budget way is we would save $2 for having 2 rolls. The low budget way is we would save $1 because that's the value on the die. So I'm going to go for $2, and we're going to play again. Okay, so right off the bat, I made doubles. So I am not going to save anything for that game. I'm just going to do it again. And we've got double ones. Goodness. When I play tested this, sometimes I was getting 7, 8, 9 rolls before I would roll doubles. This time, it seems like I can't help but roll doubles. Okay, so we got a 4 and a 2. I think, if I were playing this for myself and I was a 4 and a 1, if I was rolling doubles on the first one, I would just save the amount of the die. I would save the $2 or the $1. Okay, so now we've got doubles. So we've got 2 4s. So I'm going to save $2 again. So I'm going to add 2 more dollars. I might just end up playing the full card this time. Okay. Doubles right off the bat. So in this case, I am going to save $3 for the made pair. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. And let's go again. 2 4s. Okay. Goodness. I think I need to hit the tables at the casino. I seem to be having a lot of luck. But I haven't saved any casino money, so I won't be doing that. Okay, and I'm just going to complete the card, because what the heck. And I want to get that 10 out of there. I think I've got 2 of them still. So a 4 and a 3. Anything not a pair counts as a tally. $1 per roll. 4 and a 3. And there's our made pair. Okay. So I'm going to save $3. Oops, I saved $4 here. So I should be putting in $10, $12, $14. So 10, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to put all these ones back, so I've got one more 10 and a whole bunch of ones. Okay, put the dice to the side and get the binder back out. And in envelope number 4, where Dicetropolis goes, I will put all of this in there, along with the dashboard for the original Dicetropolis. And next we'll move on to left, center, right. So I'm going to clear this off. Again, dry erase ink comes off with the finger. Oops. 9, 11. Yep, that's correct. There we go. Okay. So left, center, right. I've played this several times. This is a dice-based game. Uses special dice. It comes with little chips, but because I use a dark background, these don't show up too well. So instead, I'm going to use the larger format chips. Same ones that I use for Loteria. And the way that this game works is each die has one left, one right, and one star for center. It also has 3 of these little dots here. Each die has the dot 3 times. So I roll the dice, I start with 3 chips, and I put the chips into the left, the center, or the right, depending on what the dice say. If it comes up with a little dot on it, I take one more chip into the pot. And so I keep going until the entire stack is gone. And then once the game ends, I save the amount in the highest stack. I've had this end on 1 roll, and I have had many times when I've gotten to the very last chip. So let's see how we do this week. Okay, so we've got 2 in the center, and we've got 1 more coming in. 3 more coming in. 1 to the left, and 2 more to the pot. 3 more to the pot. This is already looking like I'm going to use all the chips this week. Okay, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 more coming in. 1 to the left, 2 more to the pot. 2 to the left, 1 to the center. 1 to the left, 1 to the center, and 1 coming in. 1 to the right, 2 to the center. 3 more chips coming in. 1 to the left, 1 to the center, 1 more to the pot. 1 to the right, 1 to the center, 1 more coming in. 1 to the center, 1 to the right, 1 more to the pot. 1 to the left, 1 to the center, and 1 more coming in. Okay, whoops. And we've got 1 more coming in, and they're both going to the right. Okay, so I had 1 more chip left out here. Now I save the amount in the tallest stack, which looks like it's going to be the center. But let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 to the center. So it's going to be $10 going into left, center, right. Which is envelope number 5. Okay. $10 in. I'll just stick it in the front because we'll consolidate this later. Okay, next up is going to be Elefantastic, which is a scratch-off savings challenge that I developed. It is available free in my Etsy shop with orders of $75 or more. It's double-sided. One side saves $75, the other side saves $25, and I've got the ranges of numbers listed there. So let me find my scratch tool here. Well, let me put these dice away first. Okay. It's got the scratch tool. And I think I'm just going to scratch the last one on the front. I've got, I don't know, $12 or so. So hopefully I didn't put anything too scary here, but let's see. $15. Okay. That's more than what I have, but that's okay. Let's give it a count here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 exactly. So I am going to take $3 more. There's 2 and 3. Yeah. And this will come out of the money that I have for Wednesday's Savings Challenge books, but that's okay. That usually happens. It's rare for me to get to exactly $100 on Mondays. I usually go a little over. I don't really do IOUs. I'd rather take it out of the next game night. Okay, so this is envelope 6. We'll put all of this in along with the challenge because it still has the other side that needs to be complete. I'm going to put the clip on flip 7, so we'll start with flip 7 next week. Okay. So that is done and fairly thick. So let's condense it. I'm going to fill up the cash tray again, and we'll come back and we'll do exactly that. Okay, let's see what we can do with this chunky boy here. So let's start with envelope 1, which was Loteria, or is Loteria. And we've got 100, 50, 60, 5, 7, 9, 70. Okay, so we can consolidate these for 20. 10, 5, 2 2s, and a 1. We'll put in a 20, so we've still got 170 here. $20.25 has 100, 200, 300, 50, 70, 80. So it'll be ready for another placeholder next week. Junior's Restaurants has 100, 50, 70, 80, 5, 86. So nothing we can do there. Dicetropolis and Dicetropolis 2 has 100, 200, 10, 20, 5, 27, 29, 31, 32, 33. Okay, so we're going to save the 10, a 2, and a 1, and this should be $20. So 10, 15, 17, 19, 20, yes. So we'll take out our 20. We'll put all this business back. So now we've got 100, 200, 20, 32, 33. Same as before. All right. Left, center, right has 100, 20, 30, 42. So I'm going to consolidate these two 10s for a 20. Oops. These two 10s for a 20. Don't have any more that have a sticker on them, but that's okay. Next time we play this, we should get another. We should be able to get a 50, so it's not going to stay in there too long. Elephantastic has all the ones, so this is going to require significant consolidating. So 50, 70, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 85. So I am going to take a 10 and a 5 and put all of these back. The ones with the stickers go in front. One without goes in back. Okay, so much thinner there. Flip 7 we didn't play. Quicks we didn't play. Sussed we played. That was the first one that we did. Let's see what we've got in here. We have 20, 5, 30, 2, 4, 5. Okay. So we'll keep that and we'll exchange this for a 10. So we've still got 35. Dicefecta, we just started and that got $7. 12 Days of Christmas has a mess. There we go. Right? So 100, 10, 15, 22. So we'll consolidate the 10 and 2 5s for a 20. And then last but not least, we've got the 12 face cards. And this one has 100, 20, 35, 42, 3. Okay, so we can consolidate the 10 and 2 5s for a 20. Okay, so we've still got the same 143. So that is the full condensing. Thank you so much for watching this week for game night. I will be back on Wednesday for the Savings Challenge books. That will be Zodiac, Save with the Stars, General Greenback, and the Frugality Force, as well as The Life of a Creator. I'll be putting at least $197 into those. I usually do $50 into Zodiac, $50 into General Greenback, and then about $100 into The Life of a Creator, less any overages from game night and the other 2 books. So that video will be out Wednesday at about 10 o'clock Pacific time. I've got the launch video coming tomorrow. That's Tuesday the 27th, again at 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern time, for the new products launching in my Etsy shop. So please check that out if you're interested. A link to my Etsy shop is down in the description. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and leave me a comment down below so I know you were here. Until I see you in the next one, take care.